Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast. And it's free. So don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification. Now, Spit Squad, Tim Westwood might actually be brought up on charges. I'll give y'all my opinion after I read what's happening. Prosecutors are considering bringing charges against the former Radio 1 hip-hop DJ Tim Westwood after detectives investigate allegations of non-recent sexual abuse. Submitted a file of evidence to the Crown Prosecution Service, CPS. The criminal inquiries began after a joint investigation by The Guardian and BBC News in 2022 heard from women who accused the DJ of sexual misconduct and misusing his position in the music industry to take advantage of them. The allegations date from 1992 to 2017 when the DJ was one of the best known names in the hip hop and rap. He began hosting BBC Radio's first rap show in 94 and was credited with giving new talent an unparalleled platform. Now, I don't even have to read more of that article. Basically, if I can give y'all an example of what it sounded like he possibly did, hey, I got a show that's coming up. You a female rapper, yo, if you want to be on this show, hey, I got a show coming up. And by show, I mean a radio show. You a female R&B songstress. If you want to be on this show, maybe we can do XYZ and then I'll put you on the show. Or he may bump into a woman, say, hey, do you know who I am? Oh, I'm Tim Westwood. I work for Radio 1. You know, I got a lot of connections up there. Well, I think it's two parts to this, right? And I'm not saying in no way that Tim Westwood is right. He's wrong for taking advantage of women, and he definitely shouldn't be taking advantage of women. In no way, shape, or form am I saying he should be taking advantage of women. But also at the same time, we have to look at these women and say, yes, he's in a position to do what he do, but just because he's offering something to you, you don't have to do that to him sexually. And why do I bring this up? We see young guys in the hood every day get 50 years thrown at them, 100 years, 20 years, 30 years, because they sent off on dummy missions because they're promised success, they're promised money. They promised to be put in a better situation. And when I look at one situation, I look at Straight Drop. Straight Drop was promised that he would be given a record deal. He was promised that he would be given a large amount of money. And what he ended up getting was life in jail. And I felt that his poverty was preyed on. His will to want to make it was preyed on. G-Von, or whatever that guy name was who recruited him for Big Jook, he knew that this guy wanted to make it so bad that he would do anything to make it. So what he did was he dangled a little 50,000 in front of his face, and he dangled a record contract with CMG, and that's what got that. So when I look at these situations, man, I think that, and I understand it's a total different situation and these people have committed murders and crimes, but I think we should look at those cases the same way. We should look at it as, hey, somebody played on these guys' emotions, intelligence, the fact that they living in poverty, the fact that they dangling money in front of them and record contracts, and they should look at those guys and say, yes, these guys should pay for the actions that they've done, maybe get 20 years, 15 years, maybe get 10 years in, 10 years probation. But also we should look at the fact that these guys were preyed on the same way that these women get preyed on. And one thing I have to say is, man, we do everything to protect women, but we don't do anything to try to protect the boys. We don't do anything to protect the boys who are preyed on. We don't do anything to protect the boys that are lied to and the boys that are promised things out of life, but they never get them, and all they get is a FBI gang file or a federal case or 10 years in the prison, or they get 100 years in prison. So that's the only reason I say this. When we look at crimes that are committed by young black kids, we say that they should have known better. But when we look at crimes, well, not a crime, but when we look at women do certain things that they should know better than do, we basically look at it and say, oh, she was preyed on, she was manipulated, he was in a position of power. Where is this same courtesy? Where's this same love? Where's this same affection? Where's this same help for the young black guys who get preyed on in their community the same way? And it's two same different scenarios, but they both getting preyed on. Check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play Fair.